Alrighty, the college football playoff bracket has been set, and now I'm going to be doing a prediction to see who wins the national championship for like the whole thing, not just the first round. So we're going to start with Alabama, Oklahoma. So I feel like Oklahoma already beat Alabama. They beat him before, they'll beat him again. I feel like Oklahoma's just such more complete team. Even though Alabama made the SEC championship, they got destroyed by Georgia. So yeah, I am gonna take Oklahoma. I know it's not that big of an explanation, but I just think Oklahoma will get the W against Alabama. So we're gonna put Oklahoma right here. And we're gonna start with, and then we're gonna go to the James Madison Oregon game. Yeah, I don't even think I need to explain this. Oregon is just so much better. Like, they clearly are way better. Like, Dante Moore, I bet he could go to the NFL for sure. I think he's better than Dylan Gabriel, in my opinion. But yeah, JMU is far less good than Oregon. So I got Oregon blowing them out. Yeah. Oregon facing Texas Tech. And now we're going to move to the Tulane Ole Miss game. I'm going to say the same as Oregon JMU. I think Ole Miss is just so much better than Tulane. Tulane is just not all that great. They have not had the best season ever. Like, they made the playoffs and all, but like, I know they have that one loss. I don't remember who it was to, but like, still, I feel like Ole Miss is just a lot better than Tulane and all that stuff. So I'm gonna put in Ole Miss. I know my explanations aren't really all that valid, but it's kind of all I really need to explain, to be honest. Oh, and now we have Miami and Texas A&M, the battle of the teams that beat Notre Dame. I know it's kind of weird to say that because Notre Dame didn't make the playoffs, but I don't know. Miami did lose to SMU in Louisville, in which both of them are unranked. Maybe they could have just been bad games and stuff, but like Carson Beck, I don't think he's doing the best in Miami. And Marcel Reed is a pretty good quarterback. He had only one loss, and that was to Texas. Texas barely missed the playoffs. They almost made it, but they didn't. So I'm going to have A&M winning this. To face my Ohio State Buckeyes, but we're gonna now go on to Oklahoma, Indiana. Now, Indiana, they are a phenomenal team. Like Fernando Mendoza, who's probably going to win the Heisman, and they just beat Ohio State, which clearly says that Indiana is the best team in the country. I don't think there's much explanation needed, but Indiana is just so much better. They have the best offense in college football, so I gotta take Indiana for this one. Going to the Peach Bowl. Now we're gonna have it in Texas Tech and Oregon. This one, I think it'll be a close one. Now, Oregon was pretty close to making the Big Ten championship. Texas Tech made the Big 12 championships or they won the Big 12 because almost every Big 12 team sucks. I'm not even kidding. The Big 12 is a horrible conference. Like, pretty much every team there is bad. I'm not even kidding. The only team that's actually good there is really good. But enough talking about A&M. I feel like Oregon is just a little bit better. I think they would be able to pull off the win against Texas Tech. To the Peach Bowl. And now we got the Sugar Bowl for Georgia and Ole Miss. this one could be a close one too. But considering the fact that Georgia beat Ole Miss earlier in the season, like Oklahoma and Alabama, Georgia beat Ole Miss before, they'll beat them again. I just feel like Georgia is so much better than Ole Miss. I feel like Georgia will be able to get, I say, more than a field goal, but less than a touchdown on them. I feel like Georgia will just be able to get the W on this game. My favorite SEC team. Going to the Fiesta Bowl. And now Ohio State. My Buckeyes versus Texas A&M. This could be a good game. And actually, I go to my friend's house every New Year's Eve, right? Ohio State plays on New Year's Eve. So this will be a fun game to watch with my best friend. And now, I think Ohio State is just much better than A&M. I feel like they have Julian Sayin, who was a Heisman finalist, I believe. So is Marcel Reed. I think he's pretty good too, but like Ohio State just has a much better defense. Like their offense didn't really play the best against Indiana. Their defense definitely did though, and I feel like they have a better offense than A&M. So I feel like the offense is just what gets Ohio State the W. And now Indiana and Oregon. The rematch from earlier this season. I think, believe me or not, I think Oregon will get the redemption against Indiana. Upset alert here. I think Oregon could beat Indiana. I think they're gonna take a look at that loss earlier this season and be like, we need to try harder against Indiana. So I think we have Oregon beating Indiana. Call me delusional, but I just have Oregon winning this one. Oh, and now Ohio State, Georgia. The matchup I want the most this season because I got some friends who are Georgia fans, so I really want to see this matchup happen. I think it'd be a really good game. Now, this one will definitely be close. Number 2 and number 3. This could be close. Gunnar Stockton. I say he's a pretty good quarterback, but not good enough to beat Ohio State. Ohio State's defense is just really good. They have really good offense. Ohio State is just way too talented to not lose. So I have Ohio State going to the national championship. Now Ohio State versus Oregon. Man, them facing 2 years in a row. Man, this would be good. They will probably want to beat each other a lot. Now, a little recap from last year. Oregon won against Ohio State by a point. Nothing to be ashamed of for Ohio State, but then in the playoffs, Ohio State, they spanked Oregon. But I feel like Ohio State's defense and offense is just better than Oregon's. I think Sayin is just a little too good. But yeah, I think I have Ohio State winning the national championship the second year in a row for the first time in program history. Might be a little biased as an Ohio State fan, but that's just what I think will happen. Okay? Might be a little biased. I'll admit that. But I just think that's what'll happen. I think Ohio State is just so talented. Like, I think that is just way too talented. Even if they face Indiana in the national championship, I think they're going to try harder, like I said, about Oregon. So, yeah, I think Ohio State will win it all. Like I said, might be a little biased as an Ohio State fan, but at the same time, that's just what I think. Bye.